you think you're better than me now? Because boys greet you? Because lecturers praise you? Why are you shouting? I never competed with you. Stop pretending! You took everything from me! You're my best friend. Why would I do that to you? Best friend? Today I'll show you Shege in front of everyone. Are you sure you want to do this here? Watch me.
Chikamsi steps forward confidently. Her heel lands on the glossy liquid. Ah! She crashes to the floor. Her pink hair swings. Students scream and gasp. Oh my God! Did you see that? Chai! Amara looks down, calm but firm.
You should never dig a pit for someone else. Amara, what did you do? I didn't start this, but today it ends.
Students whisper. Phones lift. The hallway feels like it is spinning. That was the day everyone in that university learned one painful truth. Jealousy can make your closest friend become your worst enemy. And the most shocking part? This fight did not start in the university. It started many years ago when they were just children.
Welcome back to African Tales by Nathan. Today's story is about friendship, jealousy, betrayal, and karma. Please watch this story till the end. Tell us where you're watching from so we can give you a heart. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, this was how everything started.
Amara and Chikamsi grew up on the same street. Their houses were not far apart. The same children played outside together. The same mothers bought tomatoes from the same market women. The same rain used to chase them into the same verandas. But even though they lived close, their lives were not the same. Amara was the kind of girl people noticed without trying. She was calm. She greeted elders well. She shared her snacks. She listened more than she talked. And when she smiled, it was the kind of smile that made people relax. Chikamsi was also smart. She was also beautiful. She was also talented. But she had something Amara didn't have. She had pressure. Chikamsi's mother, Mrs. Okuwosa, was a strict woman. She was not the type that played with children. She believed a child must toughen up early. Anytime Amara did something good, Chikamsi's mother would use it like a whip. One Saturday morning, both girls were about 10 years old. They had just returned from a children's quiz competition in their church. Amara had answered 2 questions correctly. Chikamsi had answered 1. It was not a big difference, but Mrs. Okuwosa made it a big thing. As soon as they got home, she stood in the compound with her arms folded. She didn't ask if Chikamsi was tired. She didn't ask if she was hungry. She looked at Amara across the fence, then looked back at her daughter.
Amara is not older than you, she said sharply. But see how she speaks. See how she answers questions. What is wrong with you? Chikamsi's eyes lowered. I tried, she whispered. Mrs. Okuwosa scoffed. Tried? If you truly tried, you will have done better. Look at Amara. That girl will go far. Chikamsi swallowed hard. Amara was standing outside, holding her little notebook, pretending she didn't hear. But she heard. Her chest felt tight. She wanted to say, Auntie, please don't talk to her like that. But she was a child, and she was afraid. That day, something small entered Chikamsi's heart. It was not hatred yet. It was not evil. It was a quiet question that formed silently inside her. Why is my mother always using Amara to measure me? From that day, Chikamsi started seeing Amara in a different way. Not just as a friend, but as a mirror she didn't like looking into. As they grew older, people always called them 2 sisters. If you saw them walking together, you would think they were happy. Amara was always helping Chikamsi with assignments. Chikamsi was always borrowing Amara's comb or lip balm. They ate together. They attended birthdays together. They even wore matching outfits sometimes. But inside Chikamsi's heart, that childhood pressure did not disappear. It grew quietly. Sometimes it slept. Sometimes it woke up. It woke up the day Amara won a scholarship prize in secondary school. It was a small award, just a certificate and a little money. The principal announced it during assembly. Students clapped. Teachers smiled. Amara was shocked. She wasn't expecting it. Chikamsi clapped too. She even screamed, "Amara!" like a supportive friend. But when they returned home that afternoon, Mrs. Okwosa met her at the door. Mrs. Okwosa did not even greet her. She said, "Where is your own certificate?" Chikamsi blinked. "Mommy, it was only one person." Mrs. Okwosa scoffed. "And why was it not you? Amara's mother is a tailor like me, yet her daughter is shining. You are always doing bestie instead of focusing." Chikamsi's throat tightened. She went into her room and shut the door. She sat on her bed and stared at the wall. Then her phone buzzed. It was Amara. "Bestie, I didn't even know. God did it, oh. I'm so happy." Chikamsi stared at the message. She typed, "Oh, congrats, bestie. You deserve it." Then she dropped the phone and lay back. Her smile was gone. Not because she wanted Amara to fail, but because every time Amara succeeded, Chikamsi felt like she was losing. That is how jealousy starts for many people. Not with evil plans, but with silent pain. And if that pain is not healed, it becomes poison. Still, they remained close. They graduated secondary school, they wrote exams, they prayed for admission, and they made a big promise together. "No matter what happens, we will enter the same university," Chikamsi said one night, squeezing Amara's hands. Amara smiled. "Yes, same school, same hostel, same room if possible." Chikamsi nodded quickly. But deep inside her, she also added another secret promise, one she did not say out loud. "In university, I will finally be the one everybody notices." The day both of them got admission, their street celebrated. Amara's mother cried with joy. Chikamsi's mother danced like a young girl. People congratulated them like twins. And because the university was far, they traveled together. On the day of the journey, both girls wore simple outfits and carried small bags. Inside the bus, Amara rested her head on the window, smiling softly. Chikamsi talked non-stop, excited. "I can't wait. University babes will know me. You will see." Amara laughed. "Chikamsi, you already shine." Chikamsi smiled. "This time, I want to shine more." They finally arrived. The university was beautiful. Long roads, trees, students walking with confidence. Hostel buildings stood tall, full of noise and movement. They dragged their luggage, sweating, tired, but happy. They got a room together. The first night in that hostel felt like freedom. No mothers shouting, no neighbors comparing, no street gossip. Just them. Two friends, a new beginning. But university has a way of exposing what people hide. During their first week, they attended orientation. They sat in the same hall, they listened to lecturers, they met new roommates and classmates, and something started happening, something small but loud enough for Chikamsi's heart to hear. People naturally liked Amara, not because Amara was forcing herself, but because she was warm. When someone asked for directions, Amara helped. When someone looked confused, Amara smiled. When someone made a joke, Amara laughed softly. People felt safe around her. One afternoon, in the hostel corridor, a group of girls stopped them. "Excuse me," one said. "Are you the girl that asked that question in orientation?" Amara blinked. "Me?" "Yes, you spoke so well. You sounded confident." They praised her. They smiled. They even asked for her number so they could form a study group. Chikamsi stood there, smiling too, but inside something pinched her again. Already? That same evening, a handsome guy from another department greeted them, outside. He greeted Chikamsi first, Then he looked at Amara and smiled wider. "Hi, I've seen you around. You seem calm." Amara smiled politely. "Oh, thank you." Chikamsi's stomach tightened. She laughed loudly and tried to pull attention. "Oh, wow, so you are greeting her like this?" she teased. The boy laughed and walked away. Amara didn't think anything of it, but Chikamsi did. That night, in their hostel room, Amara was arranging clothes. Chikamsi sat on her bed, scrolling her phone, pretending she was fine. Then she said casually, "You like attention, Abi?" Amara turned. "What?" Chikamsi laughed like it was a joke. "People are already noticing you. Study group, boys greeting you. Amara frowned gently. "Chikamsi, why are you talking like that? It's not my fault people are friendly." Chikamsi waved her hand. "I'm just saying." Amara tried to laugh it off. "We are both going to be fine. Let's focus." Chikamsi nodded. But when Amara turned away, Chikamsi's eyes changed for 2 seconds. Not anger, not rage, just something cold. And that was the beginning of the university war. Because Chikamsi didn't just want to shine, she wanted to shine more than Amara. And when jealousy enters friendship, love turns into competition. Competition turns into bitterness, and bitterness turns into plans. The first semester at university has a way of exposing people, not because it is magical, but because it removes supervision. No parents watching, no teachers calling your name every second, no one forcing you to be kind. In the hostel, you are fully yourself, and Chikamsi started becoming fully herself. Amara and Chikamsi were known as the close friends. Same room, same department, same timetable. They ate together, walked together, took selfies together. And in the beginning, even Amara believed nothing could ever break that bond. But quietly, something changed. It was small at first, a strange look that lasted too long, a smile that didn't reach the eyes, a compliment that sounded like a soft insult. "Amara, you are lucky, Sha. Things just fall into your lap." "Amara, everybody likes you, must be nice." Amara would laugh and brush it off, because when you love someone, you don't suspect them easily. Then came university boys that can be dramatic. They don't always greet because they care. Sometimes they greet because they want to be noticed. Amara was not trying to be popular, but she was naturally warm. She greeted people back. She smiled, she listened, and her calm confidence made her stand out. During lectures, the way she asked questions was clear and respectful. Some lecturers began to notice. They praised her, not because she begged, but because she was prepared. And in university, preparation is rare. That small attention did something to Chikamsi. It did not inspire her, it irritated her. One day, a group of 10 students, boys and girls, formed a weekly study circle for difficult courses. They met in the library discussion corner or an empty class. They shared notes, explained topics, corrected each other. Amara liked it because it made learning easier. Chikamsi liked it because it made access easier. Access to people, access to private information, access to influence. Amara didn't know that in real life, some people don't join groups to learn. They join groups to control. One evening, after a long study session, the group was packing up. Everybody was tired. Phones were low. Voices were hoarse from reading aloud. Amara stood up to stretch her back and went to buy water. She left her bag behind open because this was a safe group, or so she thought. When she returned, the mood had changed. A girl named Zara was almost in tears.
"My money is missing," Zara said, voice shaking. "I kept it inside my book. I know it was there." Everybody froze. That kind of accusation can destroy friendships instantly. People began checking the floor, books, chairs. Someone suggested, "Let's check bags." At first, it sounded fair. Then it became tense, because people don't like being searched, but nobody wanted to be blamed. One by one, bags opened. Amara was calm because she had nothing to hide. Then Zara walked to Amara's bag too directly, like she already knew where she was going. She dipped her hand inside and pulled out a folded note. Zara's money, right there, inside Amara's bag. A silence fell so heavy you could hear breathing. Amara's stomach dropped. She didn't even speak immediately. She just stared at the money. Then she looked up slowly. "What is that doing there?" she asked, voice controlled but confused. Somebody laughed nervously. Somebody said, "Ah." Another person muttered, "I knew it." Amara's heart started beating hard, not from guilt, but from shock, because she was being framed in real time. Chikamsi stepped forward quickly, like a caring friend. "Oh my God," she said softly, holding her chest. "Amara, are you sure this is not a mistake?" Amara turned to her with relief, thinking, "Thank you, at least my friend believes me." Chikamsi continued, voice sweet enough to calm the room. "Guys, please, Amara is not that kind of person. Maybe Zara kept it there earlier and forgot." But the way she said it made it sound like she was trying to save Amara from embarrassment, like Amara was guilty but being protected. And people noticed. That pity protection is louder than accusation. The group dispersed awkwardly. Nobody shouted, nobody fought, but something was damaged. From that day, the greeting changed, the smiles reduced, the trust weakened. And Amara, who had never even stolen a pen in her life, now carried a stain she did not deserve. That night in the hostel, Amara sat on her bed quietly. Chikamsi was scrolling on her phone as if nothing happened. Amara tried to speak softly. "Chikamsi, do you believe I took it?" Chikamsi didn't look up. "Amara, why are you asking me that? It's not my business. You handled it." That response hit Amara like cold water, not because it was harsh, but because it was empty. A best friend doesn't respond like that. Amara lay down, but her mind stayed awake. She replayed the day. She remembered leaving her bag open. She remembered Chikamsi sitting closest to it. Then she remembered something else. When Zara found the money, Chikamsi's face did not look surprised. It looked satisfied. Amara turned on her bed slowly, staring at the ceiling. And for the first time in her life, she asked herself a dangerous question. Could it be my own friend? A smart enemy does not attack you only once. They attack your reputation, your peace, your support system. Because once people stop trusting you, you stand alone, and it becomes easier to finish you. Chikamsi understood that, so she started working like someone with a plan. It didn't start with shouting, it started with whispers. Small comments dropped into conversations, half statements, fake concern. "Oh, I'm worried about Amara these days. I don't know what she's turning into. She's acting too entitled." Then the most powerful weapon of all, the boyfriend accusation. A boy named Leo, popular, athletic, well-known, had started greeting Amara. Not flirting, just greeting and getting close because he saw Amara as a responsible young lady, because Leo was in their faculty and often saw her in class. But in university, people don't need evidence to believe. They only need a story that entertains them. One evening, Amara entered the hostel corridor and noticed something. Girls stopped talking when she walked past. One girl looked at her and hissed. Another rolled her eyes. A boy standing nearby laughed and said something under her breath. Amara stopped. She turned back. "Did I do something to you?" she asked calmly. Nobody answered, but their silence was loud. That same night, Leo sent a message. "Please, I don't like drama. Let's just keep it respectful." Amara stared at her phone like it was lying. She replied,
"Drama? What drama? I've never even had a personal conversation with you." Leo didn't reply. Amara sat up on her bed, confused, then angry, then hurt. Chikamsi was there, chewing gum, smiling at a video. Amara looked at her friend, and her heart told her something. Not proof, but instinct. That was the night Amara called her mother, not crying like a child, but speaking like a young woman who suddenly realized life was not always fair.
"Mummy," Amara said, voice low. "Something is happening." Her mother listened carefully as Amara explained the study group issue and the sudden change in people. Then Amara said the part that mattered most. I think it is Chikamsi." There was silence on the line. Her mother didn't rush. Then she said something slow and deep. "My daughter, some people don't hate you because you did wrong. They hate you because your light reminds them of their darkness." Amara swallowed. Her mother continued, "You have two choices. You can fight like them, or you can fight with wisdom." Amara whispered, "Mummy, what should I do?" Her mother replied, "Confront her with love. If she refuses, stop begging. But don't act in anger. Let your response be clean, so nobody can accuse you again." That was the call. One call. But it changed everything. Because Amara finally understood. Patience does not mean staying blind. The next day, Amara waited until evening, when the hostel was calmer, when noise reduced, when Chikamsi was alone. Amara entered their room quietly and sat on the edge of her bed. Chikamsi didn't look up. Amara spoke gently. "Chikamsi, can we talk?" Chikamsi sighed dramatically. "About what again?" Amara took a breath. "Why are people suddenly hating me? Why are things missing around me? Why is my name being said in places I never entered?" Chikamsi laughed, sharp and sharp. "Amara, are you okay? Are you accusing me?" Amara shook her head. "I'm not accusing you. I'm asking you, as my friend. If I hurt you, tell me. If you're angry, tell me. Let's settle it." Chikamsi finally looked up. Her eyes were cold. "Settle what?" she asked. Amara's voice remained soft. "I value you. I value our friendship. I don't want us to destroy what we built since childhood." Chikamsi leaned back slowly, like she was listening to something funny. Then she said, very clearly, "Amara, stop this holy act." Amara blinked. Chikamsi continued, "You like looking innocent. You like people praising you. You like being the good girl everybody loves." Amara's mouth opened slightly in shock. Chikamsi leaned forward, voice louder now. "Do you know how it feels to watch people choose you all the time, even when you don't try?" Amara whispered, "So you're jealous?" Chikamsi smiled, a rude smile. "Jealous? No, I'm just tired of you shining." Amara's eyes filled with tears, not because she was weak, but because betrayal is painful when it comes from home. "Chikamsi, please," she begged quietly. "Stop. If you want attention, we can both—" Chikamsi cut her off. "Enough. I don't need your advice. I don't need your pity." Then she said something that ended the friendship in Amara's heart. "You think silence makes you mature? You're just scared. But I will show you this campus is not for soft girls." Amara sat frozen. Chikamsi stood up, adjusting her clothes like a queen. "And if you try to expose me," Chikamsi added, "I'll make sure nobody believes you." Amara stood slowly too, tears wiping off her face. Her voice was calm now. "I don't want war, Chikamsi." Chikamsi shrugged. "You'll get it." And she walked out. That night, Amara didn't sleep much, but she didn't cry endlessly either, because something else was born inside her. A decision. A quiet, mature decision. I will not fight dirty, but I will not be bullied again. If Chikamsi was smart, she was also impatient, and impatience makes people reckless. Chikamsi didn't want to just ruin Amara quietly anymore. She wanted a public collapse, a moment that would become campus gist, something people would laugh about for weeks. So she planned it carefully. It was a Wednesday, one of those days when the faculty corridor was filled with students. Group presentations, course advisor meetings, clubs recruiting new members, everything happening at once. Amara was dressed neatly, carrying her folder, focused. She was nervous about her presentation, not because she didn't prepare, but because she didn't want embarrassment again.
She didn't know Chikamsi had already decided embarrassment was exactly what she would get. Chikamsi bought a small bottle of glossy liquid, clear but thick. It looked harmless, like body oil, like syrup, like something that could accidentally spill. Her plan was simple: start a loud confrontation, create a crowd, make Amara look guilty and aggressive, accidentally spill the liquid near Amara's feet, then push the narrative. Amara tried to attack her and cause the slip. She wanted Amara to be seen as dangerous. She wanted people to stop trusting her completely, and she wanted herself to look like the victim. Amara's calm preparation. But Amara had done something Chikamsi didn't expect. After their love confrontation, Amara started observing quietly. She wasn't paranoid, she was awake. That morning, Amara saw the bottle inside Chikamsi's bag by mistake. Chikamsi didn't know Amara saw it. Amara didn't confront her again. She just took a slow breath and thought, so this is the next one. Instead of panicking, Amara did something mature. She positioned herself near the corridor side, where the floor had a slight slope, almost invisible, where any slippery liquid would travel. She stayed calm, she waited. Because when someone wants to trap you, sometimes the best response is to let them step into their own plan. The corridor was crowded. Students were walking, laughing, talking. Then suddenly, Chikamsi's voice rang out loud.
So you think you're better than me now? Because boys greet you? Because lecturers praise you? Why are you shouting? I never competed with you.
People turned. Phones lifted. Students slowed down. Drama pulled attention like a magnet. Amara stared, shocked but controlled. Why are you shouting? She asked. I never competed with you. Chikamsi stepped closer aggressively. Stop pretending. You took everything from me. My friends, my spotlight. Amara's voice became firmer. Chikamsi, this is a public place. Why are you doing this? Chikamsi laughed bitterly. Because today you will learn that you cannot keep stealing what belongs to me. Amara's eyes narrowed. I didn't steal anything from you. Chikamsi pointed a finger at her. Even my boyfriend likes you. Gasps. People murmured. Whoa, serious? Amara's face tightened. Chikamsi, you know that is not true. Chikamsi leaned in close, voice poisonous. Today, everyone will see who you really are. Amara's tone dropped, calm but dangerous. Are you sure you want to do this here? Chikamsi smirked. Watch me. Chikamsi shifted her back forward and tried to slide the bottle out subtly. But Amara was watching the movement. In one clean motion, fast, controlled, Amara moved slightly to the side and extended her hand. Not to fight, not to slap, just to block. Chikamsi's hand jerked. The bottle slipped from her own grip. The glossy liquid spilled and flowed, not under Amara, under Chikamsi, because of the floor slope, because of positioning, because of timing, because of wisdom. Chikamsi stepped forward confidently, still shouting. Her high-heel sandal landed on the glossy liquid. Slip. Ah!
Her legs slid. Her wig shifted slightly. Her bag scattered. Students screamed, "Oh my God!" People rushed. Some laughed, some gasped, some covered their mouths. The public truth. But the real shock was not the fall. The real shock was what came next. As Chikamsi fell, her bag opened wide, and the small bottle rolled out clearly. A bottle identical to the spilled substance, right in front of everyone. A girl shouted, "Wait, that bottle came from her bag." Another student said, "So she planned it." A boy near them whispered, "Ah, so she was setting her up." Chikamsi looked up from the floor. Her eyes darted everywhere. For the first time, fear entered her face. Amara stood over her, breathing steady, eyes calm. Not proud, not wicked, just done. Then Amara spoke, loud enough for the corridor to hear. "Chikamsi, I begged you to stop. I begged you privately, but you wanted a crowd." Chikamsi snapped, "Shut up! You—" Amara cut in, calm but sharp. "Everyone here saw your bottle fall from your own bag. Everyone heard you say you would embarrass me. So please, tell them now, what exactly did I do to deserve this hatred?" The corridor went quiet. Chikamsi's mouth opened. No words came out, because her plan was built on lies, and lies don't survive bright light. Students started murmuring, "So she framed her all this time? That missing money thing? That rumor?" Chikamsi's eyes widened as she realized the gossip had changed direction, not against Amara, against her. And this was the match she did not expect, because she always believed Amara would stay quiet forever. Amara looked down at her once and said calmly, "My silence was not weakness, it was self-control." Then she turned and walked away, and the hallway, full of witnesses, stood as proof that truth can be delayed, but it does not die. 2 weeks later, mid-semester tests approached. Students were tense, reading day and night. Grades mattered. Scholarships depended on it. And that was when Chikamsi played her next card, a dangerous one. One morning, Amara entered class and noticed something strange. 2 students moved away from her seat. One girl whispered, "That's her." Amara frowned. She sat down quietly. Then the course rep stood up and said, "Before the lecturer comes, there's something serious. Exam questions were leaked. Some people have them." The class erupted. Leaked questions could cancel an exam, or worse, lead to suspension. Then someone said it. "I heard Amara has them." The air went cold. Amara blinked slowly, not shocked, just tired, because she already knew where this was coming from. That same morning, Chikamsi had anonymously reported to a lecturer that Amara was sharing leaked materials. She even showed fake screenshots. But what Chikamsi did not know was this. The lecturer she reported to was the same lecturer who once praised Amara's honesty in class. And he didn't act blindly. He investigated, quietly. Amara was already ahead. 3 days earlier, Amara had noticed Chikamsi hovering around her books and phone. Instead of confronting her, Amara did something smart. She started keeping her materials in cloud storage and used password locks. She also avoided discussing academic plans around her, because she had learned, not every battle is fought loudly. Some are fought with boundaries. When the lecturer checked system records, it became clear. The leaked questions never passed through Amara, but the fake screenshots? They traced back to a device, Chikamsi's device. The lecturer said nothing publicly yet. He watched, because sometimes truth exposes itself better when given time. Meanwhile, Chikamsi kept acting innocent, greeting people softly, smiling sadly, playing victim. But fewer people were listening now, because once a lie cracks, its echo sounds different. Amara continued living quietly, reading, attending classes, working on herself. And every time Chikamsi planned something, it somehow failed. Not by magic, but because Amara had become wiser. Chikamsi could feel control slipping. Her reputation was fading, her influence shrinking, and jealousy mixed with fear creates reckless decisions. She decided, if I can't outshine her, I will destroy her completely. Her final plan was big, risky, and cruel. A foreign foundation announced a scholarship opportunity. Top students could apply. It was competitive, prestigious, life-changing. Amara qualified easily. Chikamsi did not. But instead of improving herself, she chose sabotage. She hacked into a shared cybercafe system and sent a fake email to the scholarship board using Amara's name. The email contained rude and arrogant statements,
making it look like Amara was disrespectful. Her goal? Get Amara disqualified. Quietly. Permanently. But again, she underestimated Amara. Amara always verified official emails. When she received a strange reply from the board asking for clarification, she sensed something was wrong. She visited the ICT unit, reported it calmly. They checked logs, tracked the IP, and once again, it led back to Chikamsi. This time, it was serious. Digital misconduct, forgery, academic sabotage. The university took it seriously, very seriously. Then Chikamsi was invited. At first, she denied. Then she blamed. Then she cried. But digital footprints don't cry. They show facts. And facts don't pity jealousy. Students were called as witnesses. Hostel mates spoke. Study group members spoke. Patterns were clear. It wasn't one mistake. It was a history, a behavior, a character. Amara spoke last. And what she said shocked the panel. "I don't want revenge," she said quietly. "I just want peace. No insults, no drama, just maturity." And that maturity hit harder than anger. The verdict came 2 weeks later. Chikamsi was found guilty of academic sabotage, false accusations, digital misconduct, creating hostile student conflict. The decision? Expulsion. Immediate. No graduation, no second chance. The day she packed her bags, the hostel was quiet. Some watched, some avoided eye contact, some whispered, but nobody defended her, because sympathy cannot erase repeated cruelty. Chikamsi walked out of the school gate with one suitcase. The same girl who once laughed at Amara. The same girl who thought silence meant weakness. Now leaving in silence herself. Amara watched from a distance. Not smiling, not celebrating, just breathing deeply. Because victory does not always feel like joy. Sometimes it feels like relief. Amara focused on her studies, graduated with honors, won the scholarship, built a peaceful circle of friends, and most importantly, she learned to guard her heart wisely. Moral of the story: not every friend clapping for you is happy for you. Jealousy does not always shout. Sometimes it smiles beside you. But remember, patience is not foolishness. Silence is not weakness. Kindness is not stupidity. And when truth stands firm, lies fall on their own.
If you watched this story till the end, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the story. And if you need the part 2 of the story, please drop it in the comment section. If this story taught you something, like this video, share it with someone who needs it, subscribe for more life stories, and tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? Drop your country and city so we'll send you a heart. See you in the next story. Bye guys.